Hello everybody, socalthero here. Welcome back to another video of American Truck Simulator. In this one, we're going to try out a mod that it's not new, but it's new to me. It's the Freightliner, I believe FLD. I believe I used it once in the past, but it's been so long, it feels like it's new to me anyways, because nothing seems familiar with it, at least in my eyes, when I was trying to set it up and get it all put on here. The mod is available from the Steam Workshop, so when people ask where do I get them from, I download mods from the Steam Workshop just because it's easier for me. We're going to be starting off here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're taking some potatoes down to in Texas. I forget the name now. I think it's Longview. Yeah, Longview, Texas. So I haven't been there yet in my game. I figured I'd take you guys along with me because it should be a little bit of a shorter route. So we're going to hop in the cab right now.
Let's do this.
Gonna fire the truck up. My parking brake doesn't work. I'm gonna have to look at the key bindings. I might have jacked that up. All right, well, go ahead and head out here. It's gonna be another rainy day here, like in the last video that I recorded, which I'll speak on that here too in a second. Looks like it's 277 miles, and we're expected to get there by 4:52 p.m. So should get in before it gets to being too dark out here, like in the last ATS video that I did. Get rid of that. So yeah, I'm not using the track IR again just because I don't feel like grabbing my hat, and I still haven't set up my track IR yet.
Get ready.
The last recording I did, I believe, was on the 25th or 26th of August, and this one is going to be on the 27th, so it's going to be shortly afterwards. Brakes! Woo! Brakes did not want to work there for a second. Kind of scared me. But yeah, it's going to be shortly after that video's recording. In that video too, I had mentioned it was going to come out in September, which obviously by now, by the time this video comes out, because this video is most likely going to take its place, it came out a lot sooner than that. We got a green light, but oh, okay, we're just slowly rolling through this light. That's what it is. So yeah, that's what's
And then turn left.
that's what's going on with that. I've kind of had a bunch of Microsoft Flight Simulator videos planned, which I mentioned in that video too, and I do. But come on, brakes. There we go. But I wanted to get that video out first just because of how it relates to the turmoil going on between OCRP and some ex-members of it. So I was like, you know what, I might as well get this out now. I think I scared this Cadillac. They're not gonna pull out now, I guess. Well, thanks anyways, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, even though this is a stick shift truck, again, I'm not the best at shifting, so I have it on automatic right now just because I need more practice with it. But overall, it's a pretty nice truck. There's a lot of mods and stuff you can do with it here. I'm trying not to swerve at the same time while I'm trying to show you guys the inside of this truck and the cab here. Make sure we're a little more safe. There we go. And we'll block 2 lanes just to be on the safe side. But yeah, as you see, and you can get in the back seat of it too. It has the ability with the camera rotation to climb all the way in the back there. I shouldn't say seat, it's more like the bed and the sleeper part there. One thing that really got my attention with this though, that was pretty cool to see, is if I roll down the windows, it's hard to tell, but if you look, the window actually rolls down, and it's a mod, so the mod is doing that. Alright, sorry car, I'm gonna have to cut you off here too. But yeah, that's pretty neat that the windows actually roll down on a modded truck as well. I don't think I've seen too many that can do that, or the dev didn't set up to do that. So pretty neat to have that. And you know, I get asked this all the time, so I'll just address it in this video too, even though I'm not driving one. It's gonna be like a ATS video announcement each time. But I get asked all the time about the Tesla Semi that runs out of fuel on people too quickly. The reason for that is you need to change your fuel settings. So if the fuel runs out too quickly, like you can't even make it down the block, I had the same issue. But when I reached out to my buddy Zach that released the truck, he told me that was the solution, and ever since I've done it, I don't have that problem anymore. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna drive that truck again here real soon. I haven't driven it just because I'm a little worried at how powerful it is and how I'm gonna be able to handle it with my my rustiness at playing this game. So I kind of want to hold off on that until I kind of get the feeling back of how to drive and play in American Truck Simulator here. Man, this thing is wobbly. It's actually pretty cool. You can feel it like shaking down the road here like this. That's definitely feeling it in my wheel here. I gotta back off here too with the speed, just because we were going pretty quick there, and I just got hit. I knew that car merging on was gonna hit me. I just knew it. SCS, if you're watching this, I don't know if there's any way you can, but if possible, I mean, I love getting new states, but is there any way some resources can be broken off to do something about the AI traffic? Because it feels like they're pretty dumb when it comes to merging into traffic. They don't have a problem hitting you, regardless of where you're at within their blind spot or not. Like, this guy's gonna merge over. Watch, see? That's why I already started braking, because I knew it was coming. Now I'm tailgating this Subaru really badly. There we go. Oh. Speaking of the Subaru, so in the last video I was talking about getting my Evo. Whoops. Didn't mean to click that. I was meant to grab my wheel. Oh, actually, I should do that. At least as much as I could anyways. There's a car in the way. In the last video, I discussed that my Evo needed a smog, and it was pending the smog. So on Monday, yeah, so I guess the last recording was on Sunday, because today's Tuesday when I'm recording this. So sorry, my allergies are getting me, but with my my soundboard, I'm able to mute myself a lot quicker, so I can get that out of the video so you guys don't have to hear it. But I might stop talking just randomly. But anyways, with the smog, I took the car in. I had a mini heart attack from the guy that was smogging me, but then it passed smog. So I brought the car in, and he looked at my car, and he was like, "You think this is gonna pass?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got it set up to be passable again, because it has an exhaust and it has an intake on it still." So he's like, "I don't think this is gonna pass California smog." And I was like, "Look at the intake," and the intake had the carb sticker on it that was like, "Yeah, it's California compliant and it's made for California cars, so it's legal." And then the exhaust was just the catback exhaust, so I don't have my what we call a rally cat, or just a cat with a
right, and then
or
right.
the exhaust pipe that's 3 inches that's shaped into the shape of a catalytic converter.
Exit right.
But yeah, I took it in. It passed. He did step out one time, and which gave me the heart attack. Is he was like, "Hey, where's your EGR valve?" And I was like,
Go
it
straight
fell
on,
off if it's
and
not
then
in there,
keep
because there's oh wait, I'm in the wrong left turn lane. Well, this is gonna be dangerous, but we're doing it.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Totally not legit, but we did it. I forgot that Texas has roadways like that in case you miss your exit, which is pretty helpful, but confusing to me, obviously. So yeah, he came out, and he asked me if I had my EGR valve removed, and I was like, "No, it should be in there." And he's like, "Well, my diagram says it should be in this spot, but it's not." He's like, "Which means you're gonna fail, so you might have to take it back to the smog shop that you took it to before." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "What did you take it to before?" And I was like, "Well, I took it to you. And he's like, you took it to me? And I was like, well, back then it passed. And I did like air quotes at him. And he was like, oh, okay. Because he had forgot I was the guy that came in and my car would pass, in air quotes, my smog. So yeah, I admit I did that just to get by. But not anymore. Now we're riding clean and to the car commies spec of California. And yes, I said that, and no, I'm not sad, or I'm gonna apologize for it, because it's true. I'll give you my opinion on it, but after this part of the story. Oh, that was pretty cool on the right. Look pretty. It's a nice entrance. But he goes back out. I hear him start up my car, and then he pulls my car around and he parks it in front of his shop. And I was like, damn, he couldn't find it. He walks in, he's like, yeah, you're good, bro. I'm like, what? And I was like, what about the EGR? I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes going, oh man, where's an EGR? How much does it cost? This and that. Because I thought I had it on there, and I thought maybe I had removed it at some point and forgot, because I've owned my car for like 18 years. So if you ask me what mods are on it, it can get hazy after a while because it's been so long. But he's like, no, I found it. It was just not in the spot that my book told me to look. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So he passed me. I'm good on my smog now. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, the car commies of California, not apologizing for it. It's true. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Me, this is just me.
Keep riding.
So it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. You can disagree with it. You can hate me for it, but I honestly don't care about smog for my vehicle. That's just me. My thing though is it's, and some states are like this. Not all states are like this, but some are like this. It shouldn't be a smog law. I mean, for bigger vehicles that produce more emissions, like let's say an 18-wheeler like this or something, I could see where it's needed, because it's producing more emissions into the environment. What I think it should be on cars and trucks and SUVs isn't a smog check, the safety check. That's what it should be. You should go in, if you got a check engine light on, they're gonna check it and go, okay, yeah, no, you can't do it because you got a check engine light on, whatever. Okay, so it's sensors. So kind of is the smog or emissions like it is right now, but maybe it's something that's kind of serious that could lead to like a car fire or something. So that's where I kind of toe the line on not wanting a smog, but at the same time, like, check engine lights need to be checked. But to me, it should be a safety law or a safety check. Are your tires good? Do your tail lights work? Do your headlights work? Do your turn signals work? Do your hazards work? Does your seatbelt work properly? Like stuff like that. That's again, this is my own personal opinion. You could disagree with me, you can agree with me, I don't care. In fact, if you do, let me know down in the comments below and why you agree or disagree, because it'd be cool to engage with some of you guys about it, because it's a topic that I've been passionate with since I bought this car about 18 years ago. I always get pretty upset whenever it comes to smog time, except now I don't care because I'm gonna pass either way because my car is smog legal now. But before, when I was trying to do performance mods and we were kind of limited on like decimal level of exhaust and whatnot, it was really pissing me off. So as good it is where it's at now, but in my opinion, it should be a safety law, not a or a safety check, not a emissions check.
Go straight on.
Been off the highway for a while. I've been trying to find my keyboard. How close are we? Okay, about 2 hours, so that's not too bad. I was trying to make sure this video wasn't as long as the last video too. After I got done editing, I realized that the video, and I didn't cut anything out of the video because we kept going and I kept talking through most of it. So, and I was like, you know, that's not something I want to cut out because I said I'd talk about it, or said no, I can't cut this out because I want to address it as well. So I was like, you know what, I'm just keeping it all in. You guys get a longer video. I know not everybody wants to watch a longer video, but that's okay. Or they can watch it in chunks. That's usually what I do, and I hate doing it because knowing YouTube analytics, I hate doing that to a content creator. But like when videos are like 50 minutes to an hour, like there's a few car channels that I watch, like Scrap Life Lee is one of them. If you guys haven't seen his content, you need to check it out. That man's amazing when it comes to doing some Frankenstein stuff with Mopar parts. Yeah, that man is very talented. But when his videos are like 40 minutes to an hour long, I'm like, I need to watch for a little bit, take a break, do something else. Or if I'm at work, I'll listen to it for a bit, and then I'm like, okay, I got to get up from my desk and go attend to something out on the floor, and then I come back and resume it because I don't want to miss any of it. So, like, there's that, too. So, I get it, and I know it does suck for YouTube analytics, but it is what it is, especially with longer videos. Now, I turned the settings down to where rain isn't as probable, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say that right just now, too. I think I threw a D in there. That's not in the word. But, seem to be getting rain constantly. I'm not sure why. Uh-oh. Speaking of law, there's the law right there. His charger. Oh, he's being nice, though. Okay. Appreciate you, trooper. Appreciate it. I want to make this light. I want to make the light. I want to make the light. I want to make the light. Holy cow. You were slowing down like you were turning right. Ooh, saw some lightning. Having the rain turn down, I'm surprised I'm getting lightning and thunderstorms, although that was always cool from what I recall from the prior videos where I drove and there was thunder and lightning. What is I'm curious, since there's no information, is there anything that, oh, it's on the thing on the right that I set up. That's cool. Okay. I was looking on this truck and I was like, oh, it doesn't have GPS, so I threw one up in the windshield, obviously, because you can see it. And then continue straight. The little thing on the right there, I didn't know what that was. There was a spot for GPS, but I was like, I already got GPS. I was like, oh, we'll just slow down. We seem to be okay here. Ooh, that's pretty close. So I put the thing on the right, and now that I'm hitting the information tab, it actually cycles through. So that must work like a information tab on a newer truck. So that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool to have.
Go straight on.
And of course, it has the dash cam over there. That was actually a feature on here. Like, I didn't have to download an accessory. And then they have the CB radio up there too. As I'm hitting the shoulder and hitting the wake ups. Ooh, look at those clouds out there. That looks kind of interesting. Flash dangerous.
Turn left.
I will turn left as soon as I can. That's definitely close. Took a few seconds for the thunder to hit or roll through after the lightning strike. Yeah, that's pretty close. Speaking of natural, well, not really natural, but crazy events, possible natural disasters and whatnot. This one's not really natural, but can lead to disaster. I'm pretty sure in the town nearby me, or even in my town where I live, there is a firebug running around. And when I was talking to Ryan, he was like, what the hell's a firebug? So firebug, for those of you that don't, oh, there's the lightning. For those of you that don't know what a firebug is basically an arsonist. We just call it a firebug, like somebody that's running around setting fires. The reason I say that is, and it was about a week or two ago, but for that weekend, it was for 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for that weekend. We had 3 fires. Actually, no, we had 5 fires, and they were all within about 5-10 miles of each other. So thinking we got somebody going around and deliberately trying to start fires to create issues around here. Because if you're not from California, I'm sure you've seen it on the news, though. We have fires and yearly, and they get pretty bad during this time of the year with the Santa Ana winds, firebugs. Let's see, what else? Unfortunately, with homeless people, they start fires and then ambers spread, and then they start a brush fire right next to them. I mean, I get it. They're trying to stay warm, but at the same time, that's I'm gonna run this stop sign too. Speaking of California, and just California rolled it right there. But yeah, we get them pretty bad. A couple weeks ago too, besides those, we had a really bad one where I grew up in Lake Elsinore. That was pretty bad. It got up to about, it's not the worst I've seen, but it was a cause of concern that it could keep going towards homes. It's in this area called Ortega Highway. And if you mind, I mean, if you have the time and want to look, it's in California, but basically it's a highway that, it's a mountain road that connects Riverside County with Orange County, and it goes through the mountains, and it's just a 2-lane highway. Like it curves around the roads and everything. It's a fun road to drive on when you're in a, I don't know, an Evo perhaps, or on motorcycles. There's a lot of people that go up there and just do canyon runs up there both day and night, and it's a lot of fun. And there's this bar up there. There's actually 2. There's one called The Lookout, which is pretty cool. It's this this place where you can have some good barbecue food and look out over Lake Elsinore and get a great view. And then further in there, they have this place called Hell's Kitchen, and that's more of a biker bar. Lots and lots of biker gangs go in there, and it's not to just one gang. I've seen what are they called? Mongolians, I believe, or not Mongolians, something like that. It starts with an M. I'm not as up to date on my biker gangs, I guess, and what's out there, but Hell's Angels goes in there too. I mean, like all the time. Every time I drive by there, and I don't drive by there a lot anymore, not since I haven't had to commute through there. But I would go in, I'd drive by like 3 to 4 times a week, and every afternoon there's a bunch of guys with Hell's Angels patches on their vests, and they're just chilling there drinking, and I'm like, oh man, not a bar you want to walk into and get directions. Not to saying they're all bad, but it's definitely not somewhere where you want to get lost. We'll just say that. But anyways, they had a big, like 100-acre fire that was up there not too long ago at a campsite, and real unfortunate. I believe 2 or 4 homes burned down. Luckily, enough warning was given to where people were able to evacuate, but still, that's not fun, and it's not cool if your place burns down. Not to mention, insurance is so expensive in California right now for natural disasters that people can't even afford it in most cases. I'm lucky because I live in a townhome, so my HOA fees that I pay go towards my home insurance, but it's for the exterior of the building. But I still have to get my own insurance for my interior possessions, like renter's insurance for people that have apartments. So like I have to get insurance for like my PC here and my TV and like my bed and my fridge and all my appliances basically. So yeah, but it's not cheap. I've seen horror stories for people at homes that like live up in the hills, and their insurance for fire or just home insurance in general, because it's for fire and earthquake, because they don't have, this is the other thing that's stupid, they don't have anything for water damage. I get it, California's a dry state, but we had a tropical storm about 2 years ago, and that could get even worse. I'm gonna run this light. There we go. I left my foot off, so I just coasted through. That makes it legal, right? But yeah, it's only fire and earthquake insurance, and some people were paying like $3,000 to $4,000 a year, and I've been told their insurance rates have gone up to about $10,000 to $15,000 now, which I don't know how anybody can afford that. That's ridiculous. There's no way I could afford that kind of payment that I have to make now, as like that much of an increase. Like I said, I'm very fortunate with mine. It's covered under my HOA, so it makes sense because the whole community is a HOA community. So last thing they would want is one of their units to burn down and then never fix it, and then it decreases the value of the area, because you just have this building that's all burnt and rubble there and ash, and bringing down the home value. Want to make sure they have insurance so they can clean it up and rebuild it. You know, I play this game and sometimes I go, you know, this is, Alex, these are some of the craziest topics you are discussing with your audience, I must say.
And then turn right.
Never would I have thought in 6 or 7 years I'd be on YouTube driving a truck simulator game discussing fire and home insurance to an audience, and how it gets pretty rough out here in California. And that's not to say that like everywhere else doesn't have these problems too. Like the Midwest, I know they gotta have insurance for tornadoes, and I'm sure it's not cheap for them. And then out east, like in Florida and whatnot, I know my dad has insurance for hurricanes, so for like water damage and wind damage, so I'm sure that's not cheap either.
Keep left.
He's on the lucky side though, being in a newer home, so his home's built out of cinder blocks instead of traditional wood, so luckily it's less likely to get torn down from a hurricane. Now if there's a really serious one, I mean, there's no stopping that, but for him, he's lucky because the exterior walls are all cinder block, so a little bit stronger than a wood frame.
Ready to turn left.
This is pretty cool back here. It feels like it's like kind of back out of the way in the backwoods or something, with all these trees and not much around.
Turn left.
Except these buildings on the right. Oh, man, I did not slow down enough for that. Almost biffed it right into a ditch. This kind of looks like Scrap Life Lee's shop. I don't know where his shop is or where he resides out of, but from the videos I've seen of his so far, you kind of see like he's in a big warehouse building, from what I can tell. That's also his shop. I know he sells parts out of there too. But like all around him is a lot of trees. Like he's kind of tucked away back in the woods or something, where not too many people go, and there's not that much traffic. All right, proceed to unloading area. So a little of oh, okay. I have it set to random, so it gave me the easy one this go around, I think.
Here we are.
A little backstory with this pickup too. It took me about 5 or 6 tries to back in to pick up this load, so, and I had to do it from the outside camera. That's how rusty I've been with this game. So yeah, a little confession there for you guys. There you go. This one's gonna be easy though. All right, let's go ahead and unload our potatoes here. So we drove 277 miles. It took us 7 hours and 7 minutes to do it. We consumed 65 gallons of fuel. We made $15,000 and 722 XP, which is awesome, because if you didn't see it, my funds are getting a little low right now. I had to buy another garage just so I could store my trucks that I drive, because when I use trucks, like this is all the Kenworth T680, the 2014s. Those are all AI trucks for my business. I let them drive all of those. As you see, they're assigned to people too. And then everything else that says NA is my trucks that I keep in different garages, mostly in Southern California. I have my Los Angeles, Bakersfield, and San Diego garages reserved just for my trucks. And I had to buy San Diego today because I ran out of space with the 10 spots I had already. So yeah, a little poor. Might need to do a few longer runs off camera here so I can make some money again in case I get some more mods and I want to showcase them to you guys. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of it. And until next time, take care.